In this video, we're going to talk about how you can calculate total pay and overtime hours using punch stamps. So I've opened up a new Google spreadsheet inside of my Google Sheets option. And basically what I've created is a very simple template that is listed out with our in-day punches, our lunch out punches, our lunch in, and our out day. On top of that, I've put 7 days listed right here just to keep it simple. I've also put an hourly rate where you'll need to enter in the hourly rate of pay. Then it'll calculate the total hours, overtime hours, and then break down each component into total gross wages. So let's show you how to do this formula. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to take it to where we're looking at this punch and we're subtracting this punch right here to get the total hours between these two. And then we take the out punch from here and subtract this one to figure out the total hours. But we need to calculate it into 24-hour periods. So first things first, I'm going to make sure that everything here is formatted into a specific number source. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the number option here in Google, and I'm going to go down and use a custom number format. And I want to use 2 digits. So I'm going to use sample right here, and I'm going to use this number format and apply it. Now that I've done that, I'm going to type in a very simple formula where I type in equals, and then I'm going to do open brackets. So first I need to calculate this portion or these two punches. And you'll notice we'll get a weird number here, but just follow me here. So I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to subtract it from the end day punch. Then I'm going to multiply it by 24 because they're 24 hours and 1 day. So since there's no stamp, it gives me a negative number, and that's okay. We're going to keep going. So we're going to do equals, open bracket, the end day punch minus the end lunch punch times 24. Then we get 17. So what I need to do now is I need to add up these two items. So I'm going to do equals this plus this cell, and then it gives me the total hours. So all of a sudden, we can see that this is 7.42 hours. Now, if I were to put some lunch punches in here, we're going to show you what happens. So if we said 12:21 p.m. and then I said 1:32 p.m., you'll notice the hours do adjust. So now that we've done this, these formulas are actually already applied. So I don't need to retype anything here. I just need to highlight these cells. And you notice when I hover over the corner where this little circle is, we get the cross. You can take this and you can drag it and drop it down here. So you can drag it and it'll fill in the hours. So let's say I only work half of the day. So if I go on ahead and say, well, look, I started at 8:05 a.m. and I left at 2:25 p.m. in the afternoon, it'll calculate the hours appropriately. So we're just going to fill in some time here just to make sure that we have enough from a timestamp perspective. Okay, so now that we have some hours generated, again, I'm going to leave it blank in the areas that don't have punches appropriated for that day. So now that we've built this 7 day period of time out, now I need to type in an hourly rate. So let's say I'm paid $15 an hour, and I formatted this cell to make sure it had the dollar sign. So I formatted as currency. So to add out the total hours, we're going to go on ahead and we are going to add up all the hours in this column. So that's going to look like sum of H3 through H9. So I'm going to do sum H3 through H9. And you notice it highlights those cells over here. And then I'm going to press enter. So it gives me the total hours. Now the overtime hours, this formula is going to be special. So we're going to type in something called ifs. What this is it's going to look at two different rules. So the first rule is going to say if this number, so I'm going to say if B12 is less than 40, it's going to be 0 because there are no overtime hours if it's less than 40. Then I'll do another rule where I say if B12 is greater than 40, then B12 minus 40 because we have to figure out what's above 40. So I'm going to do that exact same formula. So equals ifs this is less than 40, 0. And then if this is greater than 40, subtract 40 from it. And immediately we're given our total hours. So if I want, I can even go as far as rounding this. So you notice these little two boxes here, increase decimal places or decrease. So if I want to decrease this, I can drop it down to the third decimal point if I want to. But again, if we want to, we can back it up or we can extend it. It's completely up to you. And again, in some cases, we can go even 4 decimal points just to see that we're not missing any hours. Okay, so now that we've gotten this to a good point, we're going to go ahead and add in total pay. So what this is we're going to take the hourly rate, which is B11, and multiply it by the total hours, which is B12. So equals B11 times B12. Now, the regular rate of pay should equal the hourly rate of pay above anyway, but basically what we're going to do is we're going to take B15 and divide it by the total hours, which is B12. So we're going to say B15 divided by the total hours, and again, we get $15 an hour. The overtime premium rate is where we're taking B16 and we're multiplying it by 50%, so 0.50. So we're going to take equals this times 0.50. Now, the overtime premium is where we are going to take the overtime hours that are appropriated, and we're going to multiply it by the overtime rate. So we're going to take B13 times B17 equals B13 times B17. And now the total gross wages are real simple. We take in B15 plus B18. And there you have it. There's your total gross wages. Now, for any reason, if this person didn't work on that weekend time or that day 6 period, you notice all of a sudden it goes to 0 and there are no overtime hours. And as you can see, it adjusts appropriately. I hope this video has helped you. Please like and subscribe to the video and please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate your support. Y'all take care.